And away we go. It is the Nightcap, brought to you by Hail Mary Sports Bar, right here on BearcatJournal.com. Go see our good friends at Hail Mary's. They are in Cheviot. They are on Harrison Avenue. They're located in the Dora District. You can walk from bar to bar with your drinks, but why would you do that when you can just stay at Hail Mary's? They got 27 TVs, a 9-screen video wall. There's not a bad seat in the house. They subscribe to every sports package that DirecTV offers. You can stream all the games, and Cincinnati sports will always be on the video wall. Brand new walk-in cooler, brand new draft lines, and not only do they pour the coldest beer around, but they'll pour your Cincy Light in a 32.8 degree beer frosted glass. All right, Aaron, let's get to it. It is time to take a look at the week that was in the Big 12, although there's still a game going on as we record this, which could be a pretty significant one in the Big 12 standings. We will get to that. We'll get you as far into that game as we can after we go through everything else. But let's get right to it as we start week 4 in the Big 12. UCF goes on the road to Iowa State. Iowa State was coming off of their first loss in Big 12 play. If you remember, they lost over the weekend, 64-57 at West Virginia. How does Iowa State respond, you wonder? Well, they score 54 points in the first half, and they score 54 points in the second half. They beat UCF 108-83. Yikes, Aaron. Yikes.
What's it like to have 3 players scored 19 plus?
Yeah. I mean, and Curtis Jones was only 2 of 7 from 3. A guy that can really heat up. I mean, they scored 108. They only made 9 threes. And normally 9 threes in a game is pretty good. You shoot 40%, you make 9 threes. Like, you feel pretty good about your perimeter scoring. It was a layup line.
40 of 71 from the floor. That's
30,
insane.
31 twos, Aaron. They made 31 twos. They shot 56% from the floor, 40% from 3, and 76% from the free throw line. They out-rebounded UCF. What's that?
43 rebounds. You were getting there.
Yeah. They out-rebounded UCF 43-29. They won the turnover battle 10-19. They only turned it over 10 times. UCF turned it over 19 times. They had 16 steals. 16 steals. UCF got their ass kicked. Yeah. I mean, if that's what an angry Iowa State looks like, my goodness.
You almost feel bad for UCF. What did they do to deserve this? They weren't the ones who beat them.
Right. They did not have anything to do with that score at West Virginia. But TJ Otzelberger has his guys' attention, if you will.
Jordan Ivy Curry did have 24 in the loss. So they lost Chad entirely. We'll see what happens with Chad coming back into the room. There he is. He just got excited. Kicked himself right out.
Kicked myself out. I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button. Not a whole lot more to say about that one, but
nope.
Jefferson with 30 and 7. Jones with 19 and Keyshawn Gilbert with 21. So what's that? 40. So they're starting guards. They're starting 3 of their starting 4 guards, because Lipsy is also a starter. Yeah. Scored 70. 70. Well,
Gilbert had 21 and 8 assists.
Okay. Yeah. That's terrifying. And that was without Momcilovic, who didn't play. Still out with an injury, and we'll see how long that lasts. Apparently it doesn't matter, because they're They're really good. West Virginia. What happens when you beat Iowa State? Well, you lose at home to Arizona State, who the folks from the Valley of the Sun did the Cincinnati Morgantown 2-game swing in as bad a cold as you could ever envision in this part of the country. But they bounced back from the loss to Cincinnati. We were joking about the effect of playing Cincinnati, like starting to happen again. Well, it doesn't bother the teams from Arizona because Arizona won their game after Cincinnati, and now Arizona State wins their game after Cincinnati, and they control the game 65-57. They shut down Javon Small. That is the key to beating this West Virginia team right now. He did score 14, but it was 10 of 11 on free throws, 2 of 11 from the field, 0 of 8 from 3. If you can limit him, the Mountaineers are in trouble. Arizona State did just that.
I want a bad game from our guys where they score 14. That'd be nice.
CMOS kind of did that with 10 last night.
Close, I guess. But yeah, Arizona back on track. Jihad with 17, Quaintance with 15, Freeman with 14, Miller with 10. Their dudes got back to cooking.
Yeah. I like that Arizona State team. I think Bobby's got a good team. I think they just didn't have it on that particular Saturday afternoon in Cincinnati. Give Cincinnati's defense credit there, but
You think Bobby would ever tell a referee, don't turn your back on me? My brother is the best in this fucking sport.
Maybe. Did you hear Danny's response in the post-game presser?
No.
He's like, I've kind of done this to myself, but I wish the cameras would get the other coach when he loses his mind in a game.
What did they say?
They all lose their mind.
They don't say that, though. No one says that.
Well, no one's the best coach in the sport.
It's crazy talk
for Danny Hurley.
Not right now.
Well, they're still pretty good. I would take where UConn's at right now. Would you?
In a heartbeat.
Where are we at? Arizona 92-78 over Oklahoma State. Arizona 43 in the first half, 49 in the second. They get 27 from Caleb Love, and just a great performance by Arizona on the road, scoring 92. They are 6-1 in Big 12 play.
Yeah, Caleb Love needed a bounce back. I feel like he hadn't had a couple games.
He's been okay, but not great.
Yeah.
He's been inefficient, I think is a good way to put Caleb Love's performances of late. He was not inefficient in this one.
No. And that comes despite both Bryce Thompson and Marcellus Avery off the bench, both scoring 21 for Oklahoma State in this one.
Yeah. And then Abu Usman, the former Xavier Musketeer, had 14 and 6. So they've got some dudes that can play. You would generally feel pretty happy about scoring 78 points, but defense not a strength of Oklahoma State. They are 110th in defense. They're 156 on offense, so there was probably a lot of the offense looked okay, but the defense definitely failed us from the Oklahoma State fan base. BYU, who the Bearcats get on Saturday at 10 p.m. In their game leading up, they get a good one, 83-67. They take down Colorado on the road. Richie Saunders with 25 for BYU. I won't steal your thunder, Aaron.
Trevin Nell only shoots threes, 4 of 6 for 14. So the way he peaks and valleys, he's due for a stinker.
Igor Demin is a fascinating one to me because he's supposed to be one of the best prospects in the country in terms of coming into the season. for the NBA draft. And he has scored double digits twice since the start of December. He had 12 against Texas Tech and 10 against Oklahoma State. He has not been what is expected. So if you're looking for somebody to have a breakout game late Saturday night, maybe take a look at Igor Demin. Julian Hammond, 17 for the Buffaloes. He was their only player in double digits, 6 of 12 from the floor, 3 of 6 from 3. And then our guy, Yakimovsky, had 9.
Yeah, not a great night for the Buffaloes. And I don't know, maybe BYU's got things rolling right now. I don't feel great about Richie Saunders getting going like that. That's coming off a 20 burger.
And then bringing it up to the action tonight, Houston embarrasses Utah. 70-36. Utah scored 17 in the first half. They did better in the second half, Aaron. They scored 19. They don't get to 20. Minutes was victorious by 4. Minutes 40, Utah 36. You never want to lose to minutes. At least in that Kansas game, the Bearcats got to overtime, Aaron. It was 40-40.
The Madsen brothers combined for 4 of 15 and 11 points. There was no Utah Ute that scored in double digits. Your starters combined for what, 16?
Yeah. Well, when you only score 36, everybody's going to have a bad night.
On the flip side of the coin, though, Houston has 4 guys in double digits, including the oldest player in college basketball history, Juwan Roberts, with 11. Uzan.
Did he play with Clyde Drexler? He played with Clyde Drexler
and Akeem.
Yeah, he was a freshman.
He's got a ring from that championship.
They never won.
Akeem and Clyde. Did they lose?
Yeah, that was the Jimmy V hug somebody game, right?
Right. Well, you're asking. I thought they won, so you're asking the wrong person. Clearly.
No, I don't think they did.
LJ Cryer with 13, Archino with 10, and Houston still humming up to number 7 in the nation at 15-3.
I think they're better than that. I think there was a drastic overreaction to losing a couple close games to really good teams that dropped them. They're, yes, they've had a couple close ones that maybe they shouldn't have, but they're still Houston.
UCF was entirely too close. They almost lost that one the other night.
They're still Houston, 70-36. And then Kansas, 71-64. Actually, TCU was leading this game at halftime, 35-20 or 35-33.
74-61. You said 71-64.
No, whatever.
Dyslexia.
I am. Yeah, I'm trying to read fast. Kansas again has been outstanding in the second half of games defensively. They were again tonight, 41-26 over TCU in the second half, leads to that 74-61 final. Dickinson 16-9 for the Jayhawks.
Don't look now, but Flory Badunga's starting.
I think that is because KJ Adams is out.
Regardless, still a thing.
Yeah.
And they had 5 guys in double digits in this one, including AJ Storr off the bench. Hunter with his 16-9, Flory with a double-double, 10-10, Zeke Mayo 13, and Akil Moore with 11.
Zeke Mayo's been really, really good this year, man. Noah Reynolds with 14 for TCU, Vasan Alete with 13 as well. But just a great second half by Kansas. Gets them the dub. And then in a game that is currently underway, 14 minutes left, Aaron. Kansas
I'm
State
seeing it.
43, Baylor 34.
You'd love. I mean, I'd just love to have, a lead late in the game on the road against one of these teams. It'd be great.
Doug McDaniel playing well for Kansas State. He's got 12, 5 of 8 from the floor. He's hit 2 of his 3 3-point attempts. Really, the Baylor just struggling. They're 27% from the floor, 33% from 3. They're not turning it over. The rebounding is even, but Kansas State is shooting 54% from the field, and Baylor is shooting 27.3% from the field. A little surprising just that this one is Kansas State's not good, but they have put together good games at home. They have not done anything like this on the road. So we'll see if it holds. Like I said, there's just about 13 minutes left in the game, and Kansas State leading by 9.
Here's the updated standings for where we're at right now. Houston on top at 7-0. Iowa State and Arizona at 6-1. Kansas and Texas Tech at 5-2. West Virginia at 4-3. We'll see what Baylor does, if they can improve to 4-3, if they sit there at 3-4. BYU, UCF, Utah, and TCU at 3-4. Cincinnati and Arizona State along with Oklahoma State all at 2-5. Kansas State at 1-5. We'll see what they end up doing tonight as well. And Colorado still defeated, 0-7.
I'm gonna put a positive Bearcat spin on things, Aaron. If Baylor loses tonight, the Bearcats are only 1 game out of a tie for 7th place in the league. There are 10 teams. If Baylor loses this game, there are 10 teams below 500. That's how much the top 5 teams really have dominated this league. There are 10 teams potentially at 3-4 or worse, and only 6 at 4-3 or better.
I don't know that this league is going to see more than 6 or 7 teams in the tournament.
I think 7 will get in. It will be interesting as you see teams start getting through the whole cycle of playing each other. If we see a team or two that's in that 3-4 group that maybe starts to rise up. Cincinnati's 2-5, so they've got some making up to do. But the league's it's not outstanding right now. It's very top heavy. There's 5.5, because I think West Virginia is just so reliant on Javon Small that I don't think they're in that level with the other 5, with the 5 teams above them. But I mean, Texas Tech has jumped up. Texas Tech is kind of doing what we thought Cincinnati would have the chance to do this year, where, I think everybody picked Cincinnati 6th, Texas Tech 7th, pretty much. Texas Tech has jumped into the top 5. Cincinnati has not. All right, that's going to wrap it up. We'll see you tomorrow night to take a look at the BYU Cougars. That is the Nightcap, brought to you by Hail Mary Sports Bar, live from the Cincy Light Studios, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See